QueensParkRangers vs West Bromwich Albion 3.12.2011 SelMcKenzie Selzer-McKenzie. Author D.Selzer-McKenzie. My tip: win for QueensParkRangers. We continue the analysis of the 14th round of the English Premiership with the duel two teams of the table middle. The league newcomer from London has a point more on the account, though. It is still interesting that none of these teams has played a draw in the last 5 rounds. This in March the championship was it a little more successful for WBA the last decade. However, QPR celebrated in the last duel in the direct duels last year was played. The beginning, 3rd of the 12th 2011, 16. It is to some extent the hosts after the outwards defeat at the last weekend against another league newcomer Norwich, but coach Warnock encouraged by the fact that this has been the 6th meeting in which boys of its have scored a goal in this duel go. On the other side the defence of QPR carries on with the a little worse games, and it has collected even 11 goals against in the last 4 games, so QPR is in the table with 15 points got hold of on the 11th place. However, one should mention that its changeable games and 6 games do not without draws surprise this team had for us to go through a very difficult programme within the last 1.5 months so very much. Of course everyone hopes for a positive result in the duel against a not so high quality team WBA in their store, but it nevertheless will not simply have them neither in the attack nor in the defence. Furthermore, coach Warnock cannot count on 4 injured players, and to be more precise with the midfield players Taarabt and Dyer as well as the go-getters Hulsej and Campbell. However, everyone who has taken part in the last triumph over Stoke city centre is ready therefore. Expected list: QPR, Kenny, Young, Gabidon, Ferdinand, Traore, Derry, Farrellin, Barton, Wright Phillips, Bothroyd, Helguson. Prey 365, 100% to €100 exclusive bonus. Award-winning bookmaker. Exactly like their former championship colleagues, the players of West Bromwich Albion are in a series of 2 victories and 3 defeats. They have at home collected the last defeat against the Hotspurs heated up. They have celebrated a very important home win against Bolton in front of that, and thanks to this victory they have away from the danger area to which they have slipped in after the expected defeats against Liverpool and Arsenal. It is finally expecting a meeting with a team which could fight just like it around surviving to cover the opponent up now, so that coach has meant Hotkiss that his boys in the Loftus Road Stadium will have a try in the announced list with 2 go-getters. Long and Odemwingie confirms his views very well. Odemwingie shall, which has hurt himself in the last duel against Tottenham seriously and will be cancelled within the next 3 to 4 months, represented. In the defence the Hulsej and Campbell are missing already for some days, so that the midfield players Reed must of necessity proceed on the position of the right outer player. Has Hodgson at fewest problem in the midfield, and it will accumulate with the same players as in the duel against Tottenham. Expected list: WBA, Foster, Reeds, Macaulay, Olsen, Shorey, Mulumba, Brunt, Morrison, Thomas, Long, Odemwingie. A duel is definitely 2 balanced teams, and this therefore we give an easy advantage for the host, who hands in games much better in this season ahead of fans of his own, while a similar thing is also with their opponents of today. In addition, the guests show a worse and worse form.